Test one, mic one, mic one. Test one, test two, mic two. A good Thursday afternoon to you. It is time once again for another edition of Chamber Talk on Regional Radio KJEL. I'm Patty Burns, and man, we have got a lineup for you today. But I have to tell you, it's kind of a sad day.
It's bittersweet.
It is. It's kind of bittersweet. Today is our last day here at the corner of Adams and 2nd in Lebanon. Next week, we'll be starting off brand spanking new over at the Cowan Civic Center. We'll talk a little bit more about that later on. Ashley Mahan is here with me, the Executive Director of the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce. And, okay, Quick Pickles Workshop?
Yeah.
What in the world is Quick Pickles Workshop?
Quick pickles. Make some quick pickles. I'm assuming refrigerator pickles. Just by reading that name is what I think that it is. I just went to a salsa making class this morning somewhere else, so that's why I'm kind of on the canning train of thought there. But yeah, Quick Pickles at Jude's Coffee is today at 6.
So you made salsa?
I made salsa today.
Where's mine?
It's in the car.
What?
It was fresh out of the canner. It was real hot. You don't want to open it yet.
Well, it's going to be hotter than that. Speaking of, folks, be careful out today in this heat. It is extremely dangerous. So if you're going to be out, be sure and stay in the shade as much as possible. Drink plenty of water and take lots and lots of breaks. We don't want to forget to mention that while we're doing this show here. Quick Pickles Workshop is taking place at Jude's Coffee Company at 6 o'clock tonight, right here in Lebanon. So, Ashley, tell me about this flowers and bees in an Ozark fin at Bennett Spring. I don't know what an Ozark's fin is.
Patty, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert here. I did Google it, but
hey, Google makes you an expert.
It told me what it is. And so a fin is a wetland that is fed by groundwater rather than a rainfall or a surface stream. So they host all kinds of different flowers, and that brings different breeds of bees, and everybody likes that.
Oh, absolutely. It's taking place from 11 to 1 tomorrow at Bennett Springs State Park. There's going to be a slideshow about bees and flowers, followed by a 1-mile guided hike on Whistle Trail. And yeah, this is a great outdoor activity. Again, be sure and take, plenty of water with you. Dress appropriately. If you have any questions, contact the Nature Center down at Bennett Springs State Park. Mm-hmm. Then also on Friday, there is a big event going on at the Lebanon-Laclede County Library.
Yeah, the library always has great events going on. This one is just for teens, and they are painting on things. So that sounds pretty interesting. But all materials will be provided there. Just wear some clothes that you don't mind to get a little paint on.
Now, Ashley, I got to tell you, when I was painting on things, I would get in trouble. So Yeah, so this is an opportunity for your kids to paint on things and not get in trouble.
Yep, perfect opportunity.
Yeah, it's for ages 12 to 19. And again, they will provide all the materials. If you get any questions about that, contact the Lebanon-Laclede County Library. Princess and Superhero Summer Social at Boswell Park.
Yeah, I think this sounds like a really great event. First time they're having that. It's hosted by Keller Williams Team Avenue and Home. So yeah, bring your princess, bring your superhero. It's a school supply drive, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, absolutely. And that's going on from 6 to 8 p.m. Again, Boswell Park tomorrow evening. What a great, and kids, break out those princess and superhero costumes.
Mix them up.
Mix them up.
Be a super princess.
That's what oh my gosh, great minds think alike, because I was thinking red tights and a pink tutu.
Yeah.
What a combo.
Love it.
Yes, the little boys would be awesome in that. I'm joking. I'm so joking. The little girls, the little boys, you know what? Be yourself.
Yep.
And be a princess or a superhero or both. I've got a great lineup of guests today. Austin Moore from Mid-Missouri Insurance Agency is here. How you doing, Austin?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. We're in the middle of the year, and this is a time when a lot of people are thinking about maybe switching up their insurance. Or they should be.
They should. Well, maybe not switching it up, but taking a look at it. Right now in the market we're in, the common theme is a hardening insurance market, which essentially means rates are going up. So it's something that most consumers, businesses, etc., should all be looking at their insurance and taking a good look and seeing, has it gone up? Am I getting quite an increase? Is it valid? Is it justified? Or should I be shopping? And that's kind of the reason I'm here today is, we look at a lot from personal to commercial, and we actually have saved a lot of people some money this year just throughout the market. So,
And, saving money is a good thing because, insurance is one of those things where, you got it if you need it.
insurance is one of the best ways I ever heard this is if you have nothing to lose, you don't need insurance. But if you have something to lose, you should probably insure it.
And pretty much everyone has something to lose because we
Exactly.
have vehicles, we have, property in our homes, we have farms, we have all of the things, that we've worked hard for.
Yep, life insurance to farms to commercial to rental policies. That's something that a lot of people don't think about some days is, if you rent a house, you probably should have some contents coverage of that house because if something happens, your landlord doesn't have coverage for you.
And, and that can be devastating, to anyone who, has property in a house or has a young family and they're trying to just get by day to day. That one little hit can truly set someone back very hard. And now, Austin, I was reading an article the other day and they were talking about there are places in Florida and I want to say Texas maybe where the insurance companies aren't even insuring. They won't even insurance some of the people there. What's going on? Do you know what's going on in those markets that's causing that?
Well, that kind of goes back to that hardening insurance market that I talked about earlier. The losses have been more than the premiums that have come in. So I can't speak directly to those locations because I don't know the full scenario there. But my estimate would be that right now the losses are over what they're bringing in. I know there have been a lot of companies pull out of certain states and certain areas. They're just no longer writing insurance because it's not profitable. They can't actually charge enough premium to pay for all the losses. So in certain areas like that, they are now looking at what we in Missouri would call the Missouri Fair Plan, which is essentially the backup. If a company won't take that style of risk, then the state of Missouri gives an option, and we have access to it just like many of your carriers would. But it is a little more pricey, and it comes with a little less coverage, generally speaking.
But you're covered in some way, shape, or form.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It protects your property, but it would be not as good as one of our standard company carriers that we have. But it still suffices. And in those areas, that may be all that they're allowed to have in some of these higher risk areas. Now, thankfully, most of Missouri is not affected by this.
Okay, that's
But-
good. That is good to know. Now, one more question. Replacement insurance versus just a standard insurance policy.
So there's two differences there. It's replacement or actual cash value. And they're pretty self-explanatory in that. Actual cash value is the actual cash value of the product. A great way to think of this would be, say, TVs. They're a great item for this. Actual cash value of a 50-inch TV, the minute it is sold, goes pretty low. Replacement cost is for a replacement of a 50-inch TV just like it. Actual cash value is what is it actually worth today.
Now, when you say actual cash value, do you mean what I would say is standard insurance coverage?
I wouldn't even call that standard anymore because most of the companies that we write with, most policies that we write, we try and put a replacement cost on everything. That's become very common as of late.
Okay.
Because most consumers are starting to get educated and become knowledgeable of it. Now, actual cash value is a lot of times more price effective, but more bang for the buck in replacement cost, generally speaking.
Yeah. Just like the 50-inch television that you were talking about.
Exactly.
If a patient, with the replacement coverage, if a person paid $7.99 for a 50-inch television. Okay. Then if you can go to the store now and it's only $3.99 for a 50-inch television, which would it be? Which would be replaced?
Well, that would be up to adjusters.
Okay.
So I'm not going to say that I have the answer directly on that. But
Okay.
I will say it is for replacement of that asset.
Okay.
So whatever the dollar amount to replace it is the goal. The whole thing here is just making you insurance. The whole goal here is to put you back to the way you were.
Okay.
No better, no worse. That's the theory.
Okay. All right. So that is something you need to think about. Now, I will tell you, when some time ago, I decided that I probably needed to take a look at my insurance rates, my premiums, what they were. And I started out and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing all this work. So an independent insurance agency like
Like
Austin,
Mid-Missouri Insurance.
you guys can do the shopping for us.
Well, and that's the really great part about what we do is we have lots of carriers and lots of contracts with companies. So it's not just one. We're not tied down to one, and I'm not saying anything against the captive carriers, but we have lots of contracts with lots of companies, and we shop them all for you. Now, we know for certain scenarios, a handful of these companies may not apply, but we're going to shop them all to see if we can get you the best rate with every company that we have.
Yeah. See, if I could get somebody like Austin to do my grocery shopping and my clothing shopping, I mean, goodness, how great would that be? But at least, insurance shopping, you can do that for us.
Exactly. We can help you with that.
How do we contact you?
You can contact us at 417-532-5800, or you can come by at 278 North Jefferson and come see us in person.
Now, you're inside the Mid-Missouri Bank, right?
Mid-Missouri Bank, Mid-Missouri Insurance Agency, right next to each other.
All right. Real easy to find. And they're located right here in Lebanon. Austin, thank you so much. Austin Moore is with Mid-Missouri Insurance Agency. And if you didn't catch that number, you can always Google it, Mid-Missouri Insurance Agency, Lebanon, Missouri, and they can fix you right up. Also here, Miley is here with us with Factory Connection. She's going to talk to us about the big back to school bash that's coming up.
Yes. So on August 5th, from 1 to 6, that whole plaza up top where we are, we're going to do a back to school bash. There's going to be just about anything and everything that we've got. So we've got ice cream, freeze-dried candy, games, fake tattoos, permanent jewelry. Be sure to bring your kids. We got free haircuts, nail polish, all sorts of stuff.
Oh, neat. Yeah. And now, when is that taking place again?
August 5th from 1 to 6.
All right. Yep. And let's see here. It's at 168 Evergreen Parkway.
Yes.
Which is very conveniently located. There is lots of parking there. And face painting, lemonade? Did I say lemonade?
Yeah, we got some
Yum.
little kids handing out some lemonade for us, so there's that. And we also have some free store bins. We're partnering with them, so bring your stuff. We're helping them get some stuff, so bring your stuff to donate for them. So.
All right, and of course the free store is taking part in the back to school bash over at the middle school, so you can help kids who are less fortunate and maybe their parents can't quite get everything that they need. This is a great way that you can help out with that. Now, is Factory Connections and Hibbett's and all of the other places they're going to be doing any back to school specials?
Not for sure on everybody else, but for us, we are having a jean sale. So all of our jeans in all departments will be buy one, get one half off. So
oh, wow.
Come get your jeans, because now's the time. While they'd be cheap. So
yeah. And now I believe that weekend is also the back to school sales tax holiday too. So you can get your sales tax taken off of your purchases as well. In Lebanon, there's no local sales tax at all, and there's no state sales tax at all. So that's a great savings.
On top of the sale, we will also be participating in tax-free for that whole weekend that it's available.
That is great. And again, that is the Back to School Bash taking place on August 5th. Evergreen Parkway, right where Factory Connections is, I believe. Dollar Tree
Yes.
is there,
Yes.
and Hibbett Sports, and
There's Maurice's.
Maurice's is there now.
Yeah, they're here now. We also have La Tolteca too, and the Arc. It's a physical therapy place right next door to us. And then, make sure I'm getting them all. There's also the kidney care place as well.
All right. So back to school bash taking place right there on Evergreen Parkway. Be sure and if you would like to make a donation to the Free Store for their back to school efforts, be sure and drop off an item for that as well. Miley, thank you so much. Any final words before you go?
Don't think so.
All right. Thank you very much. Also here with us today is Stacia Porter. Now coming up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is the Gospel Music Spectacular. It is at the Cowan Civic Center. Stacia is heavily involved in getting everything ready for that big event. And then the following weekend, we have the Lebanon Gospel Music Get Together. That's also at the Cowan Civic Center. Stacia, I got to ask you, how in the world do you guys get ready for these huge events? I mean, we're talking thousands of people.
They are very huge events, and it takes quite the team to put it together. I'll tell you that. Our staff is fantastic. We work with some amazing event coordinators to get it all together, make sure safety guidelines are being followed, as well as making sure they have what they need as far as tables, microphones, staging, chairs. There's so much that goes into each event at the Civic Center, and we sure couldn't do it without the amazing team that we have.
So you guys have the tables and chairs and everything available for people who have events?
Yes.
Okay.
So when someone rents one of our facilities, which we rent out the Civic Center, the Mills Center, Wallace Building, we have a lot of different facilities that even the public can rent. And part of that setup is using our tables and chairs.
Because that can get kind of costly if you
It
have to rent
can.
it on your own.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so we jump in and we help them set up for that even. Our staff will come in and set it the way that the event planner wants it.
And that is a huge benefit. Now, rental at the Cowan Civic Center, you guys get full pretty fast.
We do, Patty. We are booked out. Let me tell you, we have so many wonderful events coming into the Civic Center. I have events planned clear to 2026 so far.
Oh my!
So
But that's
we
not for
are-
every weekend.
No,
though. Okay.
no, not every weekend. But I'll tell you what, we have a website on our website, thevisitlebanonmo.org. We have an event calendar on there that is being updated daily and vigilantly by our staff. So anytime anybody wants to know what's coming into Lebanon, that's not just for the Civic Center and the city's facilities. That's across the board. That's for anywhere in Lebanon.
Okay, so you're talking about in the parks too?
For renting the parks?
Yeah.
So you can actually go on the City of Lebanon's website to do that, or call them. Personally, I rent out just the facilities, the
Okay.
buildings.
Okay, so just the Cowan Civic Center, the Wallace Building, the Mill Center. Am I forgetting something?
Legacy Center,
Legacies.
Fairgrounds,
Yes.
the pulling track. We're in all of it.
Oh, that is great. That is great. And now, and is going online and checking and scheduling, is that usually the best way to go? I mean, because I can't imagine calling and going, Stacia, I need X date, and you're like, well, that's not going to happen. Okay, so what about this date? Well, that's not going to happen.
We do
And on
have
and
that
on and on.
availability. Actually, where you go to reserve a park is the same place that you can look at the facilities to see if they're available. Also, you can give us a call. I don't mind going through my calendar to check, because sometimes we need to work out a date. So, absolutely.
So what, besides tables and chairs and making sure all the microphones are available and that kind of thing in the theater, for the microphones and the sound system, what other things are available for people who need to use the Civic Center, or any of the facilities that you have available?
Sure. So we rent out a projector and screen. We have a direct box, which is where they can play music over the speakers. We have podiums. We have We have a lot of things that we are ready to help with.
Full event center.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We
great.
do our best.
All right, so don't forget, folks, the Gospel Music Spectacular is at the Civic Center Friday at 7, 6 Saturday and Sunday, and admission is free to the Gospel Music Spectacular. That is a huge event. And then coming up next week is the 8th Annual Lebanon Gospel Music Get-Together. That is at the Cowan Civic Center as well. And, well, you just need to go on the website and because, yeah, that's the information that I have. Well, Stacia, thank you so much. Any final words before you go?
Thank you. Not that I am aware of, but
All
just
right.
make sure and check out that community calendar because I'm telling you, Lebanon has a lot coming up.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Well, Ashley, there's going to be a tea party this Saturday at the Lebanon-Laclede County Library.
Yeah, another great event at the library. So it's from 1 to 3, and they'll have a light luncheon, talk about books. So if you love reading, I would say this is probably an event for you, and it is free.
You know what I recently discovered? I have to tell you, talking about books, I discovered audiobooks as a huge way to keep myself entertained. And if you go to the Lebanon-Laclede County Library website and get, sign up, they have access to hundreds or thousands, I should say, of audiobooks that you can get for free through the
Nice.
Lebanon-Laclede County Library. So check out their website to get more information about that. Also coming up on August 1st is the end of summer party. It's a Route 66 drive-in inside.
Yes, the Route 66 drive-in, so you're not actually driving in anywhere because it's inside of the library, but they're watching cars, so I guess that's the next best thing.
Absolutely. That's from 10 to 11 a.m. on Tuesday, August 1st. The kids will really enjoy that. It's a lot of fun. And again, like I said, don't forget, coming up next week, next Thursday, starts the 8th Annual Lebanon Gospel Music Get-Together at the Cowan Civic Center. And then the Business Expo, the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce Business Expo, is coming up on September 23rd. Are we about ready to start?
We're getting there. I am so excited, Patty. This is going to be a great expo. We have a lot of really good ideas. The committee's working really hard on getting everything put together. I can't give a lot more details, but I do want everyone to mark your calendars because you don't want to miss it.
You're going to need a little red wagon, Ashley.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah, and bring your husband because he's going to have to pull you around in it.
I'll tell him you said that.
Yes, yes. Oh, it is a huge event, folks. Keep an ear out. We'll be talking more about the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce Annual Big Business Expo. Again, it's coming up September 23rd. Mark your calendar. If you're a business and are thinking that this is something that you might like to be involved in, start making plans.
Start making plans. Give us a call. We can. We need to start making our list of who's coming. So yeah, go ahead and call. But we want to get information out as soon as possible. So we're working on it.
All right. Now, final question before we go. Yeah, I always say that final question. Then I have 6 more after. But anyway, Ashley, this is the last time that we're going to be doing Chamber Talk from this location on North Adams. Then you're moving to the Cowan Civic Center. Do we know, is the phone number going to change?
The phone number, we are keeping it.
Okay, good.
Yes, I will say there might be a little brief period of transition because we will be moving next week. So please be patient with us, and we appreciate anyone who's trying to call up here and just know we're doing our best and getting everything switched over. But we are going to keep that number. We've had it for a long time.
Absolutely. 1,000 years or
Yeah,
so.
at least.
So if that is the case and you have a question of the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce, shoot them an email.
Yep.
That's the best way to communicate with them for probably the next week or so.
Absolutely.
Until they get all settled into the new location.
Yes.
And that's chamber@lebanonmissouri.com.
Yep.
All spelled out.
Perfect.
All right. Well, thank you very much to Stacia, Austin, Ashley, and Miley, thank you all so much for coming and joining us for Chamber Talk again today. We'll be back again next week at our new location of Chamber Talk over at the Cowan Civic Center. Thank you all for joining us. Chamber Talk is brought to you by the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce and Local Makes Sense. Have a great day.